Thank you, Madam Speaker. To the bill.
To the bill.
What I brought with me today were the faces of students and parents and teachers and families that I have worked with in teaching for over 4 decades. As someone who spent their entire career in the field of education, I have seen firsthand what Oregon schools look like and what teachers and students experienced in the pre and the post Measure 5 days. As times have changed, so have the needs of our students. And unfortunately, the constraints of our system has limited our ability to properly respond to those needs of those students. As the representative from Northeast Portland to Park Rose pointed out, the Success Committee traveled thousands of miles, went to many, many schools, and visited around the state. And one of the common themes that they heard everywhere was that we need to do more with mental and behavioral health support within our public schools. And that's one of the reasons why this, to me, is a good day for schools and for the state of Oregon. With tightening budgets came many, many cuts. There were numbers of counselors and nurses in our schools during the first 20 years that I taught, but not in the second 20-plus years. Student support diminished as the need increased, and the Student Success Act actually targets for that need. Among the requirements in this bill is that schools address student health and safety, including social emotional learning and development, mental and behavior health, student health and wellness, trauma-informed practices, school health professionals, and also assistants, and helping in facilities that will make direct improvements for student safety and for their health. Specifically, that Student Success Act will facilitate coordination, as been said before, between the Department of Education and school districts to identify those students who are at risk. They will connect to students and families with community needs and community supports to follow, supports to prevent bullying and focusing on early identification and intervention so that we can have school safety and make sure that we are dealing with programs that are evidence-based approach to training and outreach and technical assistance for all of these programs. Additional funding will bring much needed mental health support, and no matter where you live in this state, there are students who need that support. We need to have those counselors there so that they can help students in sometimes the lowest moments of their life. After watching our schools experience too many boom and bust cycles over my career, I am thrilled to stand here with you today to support the Student Success Act. Improving behavioral and mental health is a key piece of that. It's time we invest in a well-rounded education with a full range of very much needed wraparound services. Now is the time to act. But I want us to remember, this is not the only thing we're doing. We're here talking about the investment package today, but we also are going through a regular budget process where we are looking at places to streamline and to look for efficiencies so that we can look for those cost containments at the same time. It's time to vote. It's time to really look at this particular act that has a reasonably successful, what I would call streamlined and also an appropriate mechanism for funding for our schools in the state of Oregon. I strongly urge your support on House Bill 3427. I'm voting yes.
Thank you, Representative. Further discussion?